Hey guys, so the Australian population has increased significantly in the last decade and has put pressure on Sydney's traffic conditions. The New South Wales government has decided to design and construct Australia's largest transport system, the Sydney Metro. It's a railway connecting northwest Sydney, southwest Sydney together with Sydney's CBD in the centre, using a network of 31 metro stations spanned across 66 kilometres of new railway tracks. Construction works began in 2018, but the later stage, this project will be carried around 2024. The project cycle for the construction of Sydney Metro in 2024 includes 3 locations within Sydney CBD. These prime locations that will house their railway line for these connecting stops would be Victoria Cross Station, Barangaroo Station, and the connecting tunnels. As a contractor who has been awarded the job, it is imperative that XYZ carry out a carefully scripted risk management plan that incorporates risk identification and analysis in depth, with research and stakeholder assessment throughout the project. This report will present risk management processes which include the hierarchy and risk assessment methodology. Secondly, the report will consist of risk analysis tools needed to examine the risk of these projects. The risk matrix, the consequence matrix, all the matrices, and then the analysis tools. Finally, a diversified risk assessment matrix will be composed with the help of the report's risk analysis tools to help contractor XYZ carry out an efficient risk contingency plan with the identified risks categorized efficiently. Strategies to overcome these risks will be reiterated and expressed throughout this report so this project can be delivered on schedule and on budget. Risk analysis tools. The RACI matrix is a responsibility assessment chart that will be used within this project as a means to assign responsibility to personnel throughout different milestones and tasks within the project schedule. RACI stands for the 4 roles that stakeholders may play throughout the project. Responsible for R, accountable for A, consultative for C, informed for I. Stakeholder analysis is another tool that we're using. Stakeholder analysis is an important aspect in the risk management process of Sydney's Metro project. It gives the project team a reliable source of information that evaluates the needs and expectations of everyone involved in the project. The analysis below will help provide that framework that I've written in the report. Risk management aspects. There's risk culture, risk appetite, and risk threshold. Risk culture is, XYZ Contracting has recognized a great culture behind identifying and managing these risks throughout the project lifestyle. They've established set guidelines the team must follow to ensure risks are catered to and categorized cohesively throughout the schedules determined in each scopes of works. Risk appetite is, in construction, risk appetite refers to the ability to take on risk and the amount of risk a business can accept and manage. At XYZ Contracting, our risk appetite is large as the projects we secure are quite sizable with huge budgets. Risk threshold refers to the ability of a risk management plan being executed successfully with respect to the issues associated with this project. It's used to measure the degree of uncertainty a risk may have on the project's outcome and is defined by the most to which XYZ Contracting can successfully implement risk response strategies. With the identification of this threshold, this firm is able to understand when a risk breaches this threshold and becomes difficult to handle and mitigate. The aim to achieve a higher risk threshold through a well-comprised risk management report documented with the correct risk identification and analysis data. So it's quite good that. And I'll just bring up the report quickly. It's important to see this, but the hierarchy is important within the risk management plan as XYZ Contracting will be given the contract guidelines on risk identification and control throughout the project. XYZ has based this risk management report in accordance to the following standards. The ASNZS, the Risk Engineering Society, and the ISO 31010. The risk assessment methodology works as, step 1, identifying the hazard, step 2, assess the risk, step 3, evaluating the risk, step 4, implement risk controls, and step 5, monitor and review. My stakeholders that I've used throughout this project for the analysis is like a community member, the government, material supplier, project manager, transport, commuter, subcontractor, labourer, and an environmental member. With the contingencies, there's cost contingency and there's schedule contingency. The contingency plan for cost is an essential process of risk management as all all elements of costing. We'll have a cost contingency in place to keep up budgeting and success of this project. The way I did my contingency was I did the cost contingencies used by this firm incorporates a risk probability factor of 0 to 10%, with the estimated cost of each element of construction being analysed and given a risk impact and value score. This helps the team develop a sustained risk contingency in order to complete projects with minimal financial loss. For example, if the site preparation cost would be $300,000, it's a risk probability score of about 10% because it's high, there's going to be risk in that. So the contingency put in place would be $30,000. So that estimated price will be $330,000. Schedule contingencies put in place to ensure the success of reaching milestones within the project lifecycle. So you have those little lead days and lead weeks to help subside delays within the construction of this major inner city project. Yeah, so, to conclude, this report has been prepared by the team at Contracting XYZ with intention to submit a risk management assessment that will cohesively mitigate and respond to risk events throughout the construction of Sydney Metro. Risk management processes and contingency plans have been carefully summarised to ensure the success of this project and the ability to deliver the project on time and on budget. Risk assessment tools such as risk matrices, risk register, stakeholder analysis, and RACI matrices have been constructed to better the risk management of this project and allow for the completion of milestones in a timely and cost-efficient manner. Thank you for this time of me speaking. I really appreciate it. Thank you.